So, question number 2. Why do your customers stay with you? Do you have an answer for that? Hey everybody, this is Steve Miller, better known as Kelly's Dad and Marketing Gunslinger. Welcome to another weekly episode of my UNCOPYABLE Business program. Thanks for joining me. Last week, or in my last, in previous episodes, that's what they say on NCIS, right? I started a series, a 7-part series, where I'm talking about kind of how I work with companies and the types of questions that I sit down and I ask them when we're learning about each other, so to speak. And I'm asking questions that have different types of answers than what most people would have would be used to. Like, for example, last week I asked the question, when the lightning bolt comes out of the sky and it strikes your prospects in the head and they realize that they need a solution for something that your company can provide an answer to, do they think of you first? Do they think of you second? Do they think of you at all? The twist on that to me is that when I'm working with clients, my objective is to make my clients, they are the only solution that people think about. And so the approach in both marketing and delivery tends to be different, right? Now this week, in part 2 of the series, the 7-part series, the question I have for you deals with keeping customers. Last week was a little bit about talking about about getting new customers. This time I'm asking about keeping customers. And the question is, why do customers stay with you? Now, the typical answers that I get from companies when I'm first meeting with them is they're going to say something like, well, we provide the best customer service among everybody, compared to anybody in the industry. I mean, we are bar none the best in the industry, or we have the best products in the industry, we work with people in a way that they understand is really, really great for them. And these are all very nice things to say. They're very positive things, and they're very, very common things to hear. Okay, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. The answer I'm looking for is that, why do people continue to do business with you? Why do people keep coming back to do business with you? And the answer that I'm looking for is because they're afraid to leave. Because they realize that they will lose more if they leave than what they will gain by going to somebody else. The pain of leaving will be too great. That's the answer I'm looking for, because if you're looking for long-term attachments, and that's exactly what we're looking for, then you want to eliminate the possibility of anybody else even being considered. Much like I say that I don't want to just be the first company that they think about, or the first person that they think about when they need a solution. I want to be the only one they think about. Well, the same thing applies here. Is that what can I deliver to people in the customer service? What am I doing to help them be more successful, to make more money, save time, take away headaches and pain like that nobody else can possibly help with, and that they get it. They understand that. They know that you are such an integral part of their world and of their just the way they do business, that they cannot imagine doing it without you. That they feel like they would lose big time. So in other words, the question is how do you reach a point where people will feel that it's far too painful to leave working with you? Now, I don't mean that from a negative perspective. I mean that from a very positive perspective, that you are bringing something to the table that they simply can't get anywhere else. So think about that. What are you doing right now that achieves that? What are you doing right now that people will absolutely, they'll just say, I cannot leave. And so that even when the competition approaches them and literally says, hey, we'll give you our stuff for free, the people go, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to leave these guys. Think about that. That's part 2 of my 7-week series. And I should point out, like I said, that these are questions that I ask clients, new clients, when we're dealing with them. And if you have questions about how we can work with you and see how we can help you, you want to talk to my smoking hot wife, Kay. That's what you want to do. You should reach out to her and just have a little conversation with her, and she won't bite. She's much nicer than I am. So I'll give you the information on how to reach her email and her phone number right here below. So this is Steve Miller, better known as Kelly's dad and marketing gunslinger. Thanks again for joining me this week. I'll be back again next week with part 3 of the 7-part series on the types of questions that I ask clients when we're working together. And in the meantime, always remember, be uncopyable. See ya.